Welcome everybody to the channel of the Grim Tanker. This is gonna be my first clip. It's actually I'm gonna try out whether it works or not. First clip I selected is a very average game, which is pretty much what I'm gonna showcase on this channel, because that's just what I am, an average player, strolling around with my tanks and have the occasional awesome game. And well, those are the games I'm going to be showcasing here, of course. There's not a whole... it's actually really pointless to showcase all the battles in which I die within like the first 10 seconds. Also, that's not good for my ego. In this battle on Redshire I'll be playing the T34. As you can see, the matchup is kinda okay. We do have a number of strong tier 9 tanks on the enemy team, particularly some heavies, and this is why I was waiting at the beginning for a second to see where everybody was going. Typically the heavies are always going to the 9-0 line to slug it out, and since we don't have a lot of tier 9 heavies, I was thinking, well, probably the TDs are probably going to camp in the middle. They're not very likely to go slug it out on the 9-0 line. So I was contemplating whether it would be smart for me as a tier 8 to go there and have a full-on frontal fight with E75 or M103, and in the end there were a number of other players of my team that were going there as well. Also, it's the area on this map where you can, well, you can use the hills here to stay hull down. If you're hull down, you can only expose pretty much your turret armor, and well, that's the strongest part of this tank, so you should be able to deal with tier 9s here if you play it smart. That was a horrible attempt to hit something long range. This gun is not really good long range. Well, as you can see, what I was expecting, the E75, the M103 and some other tanks are on this side. We do have some support here. It's not like I'm alone. And I start doing my thing. Move up. Only expose my turret. Turret front of this tank is really strong. Okay, here I get spotted. What we did have here was good artillery support, so that was really helpful. You will see that later on. Here at turret front, E75, get the lower glazes, get a nice shot in, and then move back. Luckily I did not get hit at all at this point. But, boom, HE shell. That did hurt. See, it doesn't matter whether your turret front is really strongly armored. If an OHO shoots HE at it, you will have damage, and you will get injured crew or damaged parts of your tank. You see me move backwards far and a lot. This is because I really don't want to be in one position. Look. The Bulldog. T34 can pen the side of a Bulldog, as it turns out. That was a shot from artillery trying to hit me. And again, nice through the front. If there's any position where artillery always aims, it's this part. And we had some luck, at least I had some luck, with the artillery of the enemy team not being as accurate. And this snapshot went in. That's just really dumb luck. if it had bounced, I wouldn't be surprised at all. At this point I was looking at the minimap and I saw the IS-3 was moving on the west side of this slope, and I was kind of afraid he was going to come behind us. So I moved to that side, which was kind of dangerous, seeing as how I could take shots from the guys camping on the C5-6 sort of area if I exposed myself. But here he turned out to be on the east side anyway, so I'm completely out of position, unable to assist my team. Yeah, if he was there, it was a good move to not get shot in the ass, but as it turns out, it was not really smart. Now, as I'm using auto aim a lot, that works a lot. It works really well for me, but this really didn't work out too well. If targets are moving and you're using auto aim, shells are usually gonna, unless they're really slow, usually gonna fall behind them and you're not gonna hit anything. I tend to use the auto aim mostly on inaccurate guns. See, when you use auto aim, the gun aims for the center of mass, which is most of the times sort of straight on through the middle. And if you have a really accurate gun, you will hit that part, which has the strongest armor. But if your gun is really inaccurate, it's very unlikely it's going to land anywhere near where you're aiming. So my reasoning is that if it's really inaccurate, it's probably not going to hit that thick armor that you're aiming for. It's going to land somewhere on the side of it, which is by definition thinner armor. Now this is a part where I kind of screw up. I know the OHO is here. He is sort of safe from RT, and I assumed I was going to be able to pen his hull, but I couldn't. So now you see me aim at the turret front. His reload's pretty much the same as mine apparently, and he's shooting me every time a little bit before I'm shooting him. Try to move back, and he lands another shot at me. So at this point my gun is dead, half my crew's dead, and now for some strange reason I managed to pen him, which is fine by me. It's my second kill, the Bulldog being the first one, this being the second one. I had a nice amount of damage, some nice rolls on higher tier tanks, like the lower glazes of the E75, which I hit, the M103, Patton. I do have a repair kit, but somehow I decided to not use it. Don't ask me why. Guess that's just what makes me the idiot noob. But apparently I don't even need to repair the gun, because it's so amazingly accurate that I can even win this duel with a damaged gun. Yeah. Maybe that was luck. Or skill, who knows. It was my third kill. And with half of my crew dead, the driver, the radio operator and one of my two loaders, it's a freaking massacre inside that tank. Long live the OHO. Well, I don't have any first aid kits anymore, so I can't do anything to help out the driver. This tank is slow already, so I'll never be able to get there. Even my snapshot doesn't hit. So, there's that. So, that being the battle, I came back to the garage and see what the results were. Yeah. Was not so bad. I got myself a mastery badge first class, spotter, Well, of course, fire for effect. But this kind of surprised me. Turns out I had a Bilotte. Awarded to players who destroy at least one enemy vehicle and survive the battle to victory despite receiving at least 5 different critical hits. And 80% or more loss of hit points. Which means basically you need to be shut up, have hardly anything remaining of your tank and still be able to kill something and win the battle, which as it turns out was exactly what I did. Well, not being aware of it at all, but hey, that's my first Bilotte, so that's really awesome. Yeah. Well, looking at the team score, sorting by XP. Came first place, which is of course the reason why I'm showcasing this. As you can see here, Black Death played an awesome game. Over 3,000 damage done in his arty. Most of his shells are landing in front of me and helping me out against the higher tier tanks, so thanks for that. Also, for some strange reason, their arty did even way much more damage than ours did. None of them hit me, as far as I know. I did get hit by HE a lot, which was this one. And, well, we have 3 widows that are gonna curse this guy's name. Anyway, did close to 2,000 damage, killed 3 tanks, 1112 base XP, which is good. Fired 12 shots, 9 of those hit. Well, yeah, it's not really an accurate gun. Although when you do close range brawling, such as what I was doing, pretty much it should be something like maybe a little bit better than this. But yeah, I think I blocked only 1 shot. Did not get shot by AP rounds a lot. They did get hit by the HE rounds from the OHO, and they always do damage, so there's that. Some spotting damage, which is good. And it being a nice premium tank, if you have rounds like this, you can work ridge lines as I did. You can do over 88,000 credits. After taxes, close to 70,000 remains, which is nice. And yeah, so some XP as well. So it was kind of a nice match. Yeah, nothing really special, but you can't expect me to have really special games. It's just I'm not a super unicorn player, and you can see by the quality of this this particular replay with 3 frames per second and whatnot. I'm just Joe average, like the majority of the players that sometimes do good, sometimes suck ass, and then mainly just fill the battlefield with tanks and see what it leads me to. And sometimes when I have these good games, I feel like sharing it. Then maybe I have some bad games, but there's some useful information for people that feel like they can learn something from my failure. Maybe I'll share that too. We'll see. So yeah, this is the first one. The first of what I hope might be more replays. I kind of hope you enjoyed it. And I'll, whenever I have a nice match I want to share with you again. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm not expecting millions of views yet. Who knows what's gonna come. Anyway, anyone subscribing is welcome. Thank you up front. So let's just see where it leads from here. This was the Grim Tanker signing off. I hope to see you again soon. Later.